This is Leon, and there was a point that came up from within myself as a realization. I realized that when I move, normally I move and there is a particular tenseness within myself, a particular stress, for lack of a better word, or tightness. And so I realized that there's this natural quote unquote tendency to tense myself up and tighten myself up, and so when I breathe, that tension within myself, I let go. And so I realized that when and as I let go of that tenseness, that stress, that tightness within myself, that there is this uncomfortability initially. This uncomfortability, as in, I need to tense up. Basically, I have become used to being tense, to be stressed, because within that tenseness is in fact it's like a protection and defense mechanism. Because when I tense up, I realize that what I'm doing is I'm holding on to a particular emotion within myself that I don't want to let go, a particular emotion of anger or a negative emotion, basically. And so I become so used to it that it's like a form of suppression. And so the result of that is that I feel kind of like, it's like a strength, basically. A strength that if I hold on to this tenseness or this anxiety or this stress, that it's basically like a reason that I give myself to remain in that negative state of mind, as this tenseness within myself. And so basically when I breathe, when I let go of that, see, when I breathe, it is in fact me directing myself within that breath. And so when I breathe, though, my mind is saying, it's like a form of letting go, basically. And my mind is saying that, or is under the impression that I'm becoming weak within that, because I am allowing these energies that I suppressed within myself, within this tenseness, to become kind of free in a way. But it's not that it's becoming free, it is me releasing myself from this tenseness that I have defined myself as physically. And so I realized that my real actual movements is when I am breathing, and when I am simply breathing, and then within that breath, I let go of the tightness, the anxieties, the tenseness within myself. Because if I am not letting it go, I'm simply holding on to a point or some points. And through the belief that those points are who I am, but really it is not who I am. It is a form of suppression of not wanting to face or face a particular point. And so basically when I breathe in, breathe out, and relax my body, it is as though these negative energies become magnified. And in a sense they are, but it's not really. It's just I am aware of how much energies as anxieties, stress that I have held on to. Like an analogy, a good analogy would be take your hands, for example, and take some tissue paper. That tissue would represent the negative emotions, and so I ball that tissue paper up, you know, and so when I ball it up, that will represent me. And ball it and cover it up within your hands, that will represent me holding on to all of these energies within myself, these negative emotions, basically. And so basically, it is a point for me to move myself to breathe, to be here, to relax myself in that matter, because when and as I relax myself, I am able to see where and how I formed, where and how I have allowed myself to hold on to and suppress myself to a point that I become this anger, I become this negative energy experience within myself. So it is a point of becoming aware of what I have accepted and allowed myself to be and become within negative energy, and to in fact let go, because that letting go, even though I might feel weaker within that because of the magnitude of or the intensity of the energies, it is in fact a point of moving me, or it is rather a point of me moving myself to ground myself, to stabilize myself here within and as breath, within and as the moment. And to within that, I see, realize, and understand that it is actually me moving myself. And so, you know, I want to continue with the part 2 of this, because part 2, I realize that when and as I hold on to these negative experiences within myself, that when I move in particular specific directions, it is not me, in fact, moving self-honestly as the director principal, but it is in fact me moving within and as an energy or an experience. And so therefore, when and as I relax myself, I realize that there are subtle differentiations in the way that I move. You know, there is no rigid movements or no, you know, but yes, I will talk about that point in part 2. Thank you.